So the story of this week is all going to be about Chad Loper. As you can see, we're going to set it up in such a way it's not really working with the send the house. I think the sells are going to be more effective, even if it's not like all that good in terms of the grades. It's still better than nothing. We'll get friends and family rocking. We're up to 65 out of 65. There is a chance he still picks us over Florida. It's just not high. We have some other things going on. We'll see if we can end up getting these guys in the class. Corner looks pretty good overall. I've also added some more players to the board here at the bottom and scouted them about as much as I can. We still need a lot more hours. I think I'm kind of wasting points scouting at this stage. However, I need to find out if some of these guys are worth pursuing. We really obviously want Jamal Moses in the class. We have him on campus this week against Tulane. Of course, you guys might know Tulane Dynasty on this channel as well. I kind of feel like we're playing me in a way, but we're not. We're not Tulane for these purposes. We're Trenton State. Still, we are going to know some of the Trenton State or the Tulane players because of that Dynasty on this channel. We're a few seasons deep on that. I'm probably going to be recording season 4 on stream, twitch.tv/Bengal. Link below as always. Either tomorrow or the next day, depending on when you're watching this, I would say. Probably will stream it Tuesday or Wednesday, I would bet. Marquise Tolbert is a gem receiver. He is 6'3", 209 with 94 speed. Very good catching as well. Reminds me a lot of Frederick Coates, who just got committed. He's very similar. However, he's from Wichita, Kansas. We're going head-to-head against some random schools. Indiana, Illinois, North Texas, Arizona State, Charlotte. A weird amalgamation of schools, but there's a chance we're able to get him. For number 8, Tulane's not bad, though. They're an 82 overall. We should be pretty familiar with some of the players they have. And again, we have a visitor on campus today. Let me just tell you that. Jamal Moses is on campus today. FSU's making a real run at him. I'm doing 55 instead of 65. I changed it around. It seems like not the time to do that. However, we're making pretty good pace, and we have the visit. I'm basically just saying that we'll get him with a win. So that's what we're playing for. We'll start by kicking off. We are in the all whites. Rain coming down. Does that favor the Green Wave? They are a water team? I don't know, Green Wave. I've never seen a Green Wave fumble! And it's recovered by Trenton State. What a start. We'll take a second look at this out of nowhere. We have the football. Clearly not favoring the Green Wave already. They are caught in the undertow. We are dragging them out to sea. It's a big hit from Gates. And it was recovered by Alex Higdon. He was a starting receiver for us last year. Has kind of been pushed down the depth chart in favor of some younger guys with a little bit more speed. That's a pretty exceptional start. 1st and 10. Javius Bond is open. Can we find him? We can. He stays in bounds and then knocked out at the 4. This game really could not have started much better for us. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Davis in motion. He'll get it. Spins back. Jeremy Davis, power down to the 1. What an electric start. It really does make it better than this. I'm worried about a bubble screen here, like a lot. Tried to throw the ball. What are we doing? I'm hitting B. Throw it. What's the timing on that? I'm not getting mad. It's the start of an episode. I'm having a good time. 3rd and goal, 5-yard line. Zach Poole underneath. Caught it. Broke a tackle and then knocked into the end zone. It's the touchdown machine, Zach Poole. Wave Pool? Green Wave Pool? There's something there. I don't know. Zach Poole puts us on top to start. Chaz Preston, Makai Williams. We know those two very well. Of course, in Tulane Dynasty. Those have been some pretty good players for us. Although, moving into Season 4, which I should be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bengal, and then obviously later uploading. Somewhere maybe Tuesday or Wednesday as I record this. It's a big start for Jackson. Caleb Jackson, you see in the bottom left. That is an LSU transfer. He is not really someone that gets a lot of play for us, as he's not on our team in Tulane Dynasty. Mitch Dora scraping over the outside. Good run defense on the second play of the game, but allowing 28 on the first play is not really a tremendous start. Zachary Jennings in at quarterback. He never really ended up getting much play time for us. Nice tackle from Landon Dean. That was Stephen Hussein on the get, excuse me. But I don't know, the Tulane team probably not too different than the Season 3 team we had, because we didn't recruit all that well. Morgan Merriman in coverage, can't knock that away. That was Gunter. He's been a very nice player for us in Tulane Dynasty, but I'm not a Tulane fan. We just happen to have an active series with Tulane. We are the Trenton State Titans today. We're trying to get the win with them. Caleb Jackson shut down that time, can only get one. Yeah, it's a mistake. Nice run from Tulane here. We gave up our responsibility. What happened there is we needed to be filling the lane, fitting the run correctly. We wrapped over and gave them just free yardage, which we can't do. And they're running the ball pretty effectively against us to start. So we need to figure out a way to clean that up. And hopefully we're able to start making some tackles. There we go, forcing him back inside to Shymeek Jones and Landon Dean. It's not bad. Don't really want to be in man coverage here, really don't. 3rd and 4. And pressure gets to the quarterback, Zachary Jennings. It's a transfer, Quincy Wiggins, forcing a field goal try in the rain for Tulane. It is kind of lined up for him. This is a pretty makeable kick. See how it goes for Tulane. And that is going in. Tulane on the board first. Their kicker's on the ground. What is happening, dude? He can't get up. Is this the biggest flop ever? What is happening? All right, Emmett Lemon's back to return. I did say he was not really going to be returning kicks and punts for us anymore because he has no upside. But you know what? He's reliable. He doesn't do anything other than not fumble. So there's a value to that. Stepping up with Streeter. Just slide, actually. It's probably the right call. 1st and 10, play action. Branham is open. Give him an opportunity to run after catch. I mean, breaking tackles is pretty good, but I'd like to lead him on those. And it feels like oftentimes we're not able to do exactly what we want. Final play of the first quarter, no matter what. Stepping up with Streeter. There's a ton of space. He's outrunning Mekhi Williams. There goes Henry Streeter. Spinning back inside the 5. Streeter down to the 3. What a run from Henry Streeter. Getting a little aggressive at the end there. We could have slid. Streeter wanted it all. He's going to come up just short. But it's a 52-yard scramble. Our quarterback is electric. Maybe not the best passer at all times, but he is fast. He's got a big arm, doesn't throw, the tightest spiral of all time. That is an amazing end to the first quarter. We've played pretty good football to start against a pretty good Tulane team. They're unranked, they're only 4-4, and we're the number 8 team in the country. I get that, but it's not that different. High point, Zach Poole, touchdown. This guy's unbelievable. We love Zach Poole. 2nd touchdown of the game. He is a touchdown machine. Gave him a chance to go up and get it, but clearly some type of coverage breakdown for Tulane at the back end there. And Zach Poole would have had a touchdown pretty much no matter what. We're having a tough time stopping the Tulane ground game. We've made a couple of plays, but overall, we need to bring somebody else into the box. We're not being good enough, not being disciplined enough. We're not tackling well enough. We're not doing anything well enough right now. We cannot let Tulane continue to run the ball like this. Yeah, we need to just fill the lane better, make tackles. If they want to rush for 2 or 3 yards a pop, congratulations, that's fine. I don't care. But it's when we're allowing 8+, that's how you get into some trouble. We can't get off the block. Mitch Dora, I think, is a really great player, really solid player. He's a true freshman, going to be a great player at some point. Not good enough about getting off blocks. Really not. And that's somewhere where we absolutely need to improve. We know that. Hopefully we make it happen. Just not fast enough there. 1st down, Tulane. That's okay, though. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Got a nice lead. Just can't let them run the ball like this. That's decent. It's getting a little bit dangerous there as we commit to shooting the inside there with McAllister instead of just holding the edge as a safety last line of defense. So that's a bold play that could have gone really poorly, but it didn't, thankfully. And we made the play. 6 first downs apiece. 3rd and 7. Another really, really big play. We know they're not going to run the ball in this spot. Almost surely, right? They might check down, though, and that's over the head of Mitch Dora. He made a jumping effort, but the ball was placed in such a way that Tulane is able to keep their drive alive, and they're going to probably be back to running the football. Soma Latu checks in the game. Not somebody who gets a ton of run for us on defense. They're actually going to pitch it, cut back up the field. Big hit, but a first down for Tulane. They continue to play very, very well against us here. When they're just committing to the run game, we're not really able to stop it. Good pressure, though. Let's get a sack. Michael Roderick into the game. Feels like a mistake. Melvin Jordan in coverage. That feels like a mistake. Good tackle, though, from Mitch Dora. All right. 3rd and goal. I always get scared about blitzing in these spots because part of the advantage of playing coverage in the low red zone is there's just not a lot of space, right? It's tough to fit passes in because there's just too many defenders playing so tightly. That's why it's so tough to pass in these spots. Quarterback scrambling and then throwing it out of the back of the end zone. Tulane going to settle for 3. Way to bend but not break. And we ended up canceling the blitz there, just going with the classic Tampa 2 look, which is really just cover 2 in that spot, because how much depth is the Mike going to get in that spot? Not really a ton. You still really, I guess, have that deep middle third, but he doesn't have to travel more than about 15 yards at the absolute most. So we have 2 minutes to answer. Classic return from Emmett Lemons to the 20. What an electric factory. Rolling out, Poole up the field, give him a chance. Zach Poole still on his feet somehow. I thought there was a big opportunity there. We really couldn't end up doing a whole lot. I love these rollouts where we have a couple of options. We just throw to the most open one. Could have had something there with the back, but didn't end up making it happen. Hit Zach Poole instead. But it's just when the throws aren't exactly where they need to be, we limit all run after catch possibilities. Streeter up the middle. He's got a block. Just slide. Don't be too crazy. 1st and 10. Zach Poole looks like he's going to be open. Good throw from Streeter. Touchdown for Zach Poole. Number 3. Zach Poole is a monster. He really is an unbelievable player for us. And we were excited about him. He was probably the best recruit in our year 1 class, right? The one with the most potential, best dev trait. I believe he has star dev trait. Good speed at receiver. And he's becoming a star in front of our very eyes. Zach Poole has been a beast. Classic wobbler there from Streeter. But it's a touchdown nonetheless. 4 catches, 59 yards, 3 touchdowns for Zach Poole. And it is 21-6 here in the first half. Offense playing well, defense playing well. Ish. We could definitely make some more plays in the run game. But, I mean, we held them to 6 points through an entire half, basically. So, let's see what happens. Get up! I'm hitting X, dude. Get your hand in the air, please. Maybe should have gone for the interception there with Morgan Merriman. It's very frustrating to allow yards in that spot when I feel like we defended it fairly well. Throw the flat. Just get up the field, Mitch. Just need to make the tackle. You're not going to make the interception when the ball's past you. Don't need to play the pursuit angle that flat. You would have got cooked. 2nd and inches. I don't want to be frustrated. I want to make some plays. 40 seconds to go. Throw over the middle. That's fine. Just keep them in front of you. Tulane down to their final timeout. Can't imagine time's going to be too much of a factor at this stage. If they just want to hurry up and work quickly, they're going to be able to do that. And we're not going to get a chance to get the ball back. Good pressure. Tulane calls their final timeout. But they just lost a ton of yards. That was Quincy Wiggins, I believe, that got there. 2nd and 22. Back the corners up. Don't let them beat us all in one play. If they want to check down, that's fine. We're going to call a timeout now. 3rd sack of the day for Quincy Wiggins. Nope, Quincy Wiggins. It's an insane name. 3rd and forever. Actually forever. It's 33 yards. They're probably going to run the ball. Right? They probably run the ball in this spot. Juwan Stevens can't make the tackle. Nice gain for Caleb Jackson. We're going to force them to punt. And we're going to play to block the hell out of this thing. We're going to bring Berlin over, in fact. We were there. I mean, we forced a bad punt, I guess, but did not block it. Should we go for more punt blocks? I feel like there's potential there. 11 seconds. Can we lob that up and over? Oh, my God. What am I doing? In my head, I'm like, we can lob it over him. We couldn't. We found out very quickly. Immediately, really, as I threw it. Unnecessary pick there. We give Tulane another chance. Mitch Dora trying to get after the quarterback. I've disabled switch stick, and it's still on. It's in the settings. In the main menu, it's off. And it's still doing it. Do I need to do it in the actual league settings? Maybe I need to do that. That's frustrating. All right, 21-6. Could have been a lot better, honestly, but also worse. So this is maybe a fair score. Interception at the end of the half. Like, were we really going to get points? Were we really? Probably not, I guess. But at the same time, I feel like our defense could have allowed so many more points than 6. They ran the ball on us at will for an entire drive and only got 3 out of it. So overall, can't be too upset. And we get the football to start the second half. Let's go. Emmett Lemons will return this baby to the 23. It's about what he's got in store. Not even. All right, big second half. Nope, we're going to get sacked on the first play. Mekhi Williams really read that the entire way. Weren't able to make that happen. And that's why play action can be tough sometimes, because if they're blitzing and they don't fall for the running back, you are essentially screwed. Try to throw that on the run for Branham, and it's intercepted over his head. How does that happen? We have position. He's 6'4". Catch the ball, or at least get a hand on it. Oh, my goodness. And now it's like Tulane started the football, and they're on our 20. Oh, my God. 2nd and 10. They're going to run the ball. We're all over it with Mitch Dora. He can't wrap up, though. And they end up getting 6. Caleb Jackson averaging 8 yards a carry right now. That's too many. Too many yards a carry, I would say. 3rd and 4. I wonder if they run the ball in this spot. We are blitzing at him. Thrown to the end zone. Alani Allen with the interception. And he is tackled in the end zone. Great pursuit there from a receiver. Alani Allen is also becoming a ball hawk. He is an interception magnet at the moment with maybe 5 interceptions in the last 3 or 4 weeks since becoming a starter. What an exceptional run for Alani Allen. Redshirt freshman, came in as an athlete. We made him a corner, which originally I thought we were going to make him a wide receiver. But he's got great size. He's got pretty good speed. And ever since we made him a starter has been, again, incredible for us. Got beat on a long touchdown. But, you know, that'll happen every once in a while. He can't press. His press is like a 60. But for the most part, he's been just an incredible player. And we might try to really run the ball a little bit more in the second half as to avoid interceptions, as we've had a real knack for throwing those, but that's going to be mostly open. Zach Poole, broken tackle. He's such a good player. 2nd and 3. Get Javius Bond the football. There's Javius. Nice run, good change of direction on a broken tackle. He goes to the other side of the field. 8 attempts for 35 yards is not anything special, especially after that play. This is totally a pick to Tyler Branham. I try to pass lead it. I don't like it. Zach Poole was there, maybe. We'll just keep that clock rolling as we scramble with Henry Streeter. He's approaching 100 yards on the ground. Maybe could force the ball, right? But not really a point. Not really a point when the offense is moving like it is. 3rd and 5. That's going to be most open. Clay Ivy. I mean the most open, not that's most open. I don't mean it like that. That's not a way anybody talks. All right. Let's find somewhere to go. That is not it. We got lucky. That's trying to do too much. Let the play develop. Don't be insane. And they played that pretty well. If we can just get 3 here, that would be fine. I mean, we're playing for a touchdown, obviously, but I'm definitely not afraid to check down and make something happen. Let's get Branham moving after the catch. There he goes. Tyler Branham, airborne touchdown. Leaping over a Tulane defender. And now the 4-star sophomore, no longer a freshman, out of Decatur, Georgia, finds the end zone in dramatic fashion. Going airborne, leaping over a defender. I like using the athleticism of Streeter. Just get him on the run, make something happen. Branham paid for his effort, but it also paid off with a touchdown. 28-6 as we are pounding on the green wave. Tulane has their work cut out for them. Down 28-6 here at the end of the third quarter. There's certainly been, you know, bigger comebacks made in history, but there's not a lot of time to make this one happen. They might get one more snap here in the third quarter. They're going to have to hurry, though. And they are not going to do it. I don't know why the CPU always does that. You should really want every second right now. They've got 8 minutes of in-game time to make this comeback. Taking a deep shot, Alani Allen with another interception. The receiver ball skills are really on full display. We can't compliment this guy enough. Alani Allen. Second interception of the game. And as if there was any thought that we'd be losing some cornerback recruits due to our play style of not getting enough interceptions, that's clearly not true. 2 interceptions today for Alani Allen, the redshirt freshman. He looks like a receiver. I mean, he's got receiver size. This is someone who's been really, it's been a no-brainer. It seems like, why did we not start this guy earlier? He is 6'3", 208, playing corner with 90 speed and 99 change of direction. He is a pretty good player, and that is as a redshirt freshman. He could even get a whole lot better than this. And we could really just run this clock out. Bubble screen should be open. Good block from Poole. Jeremy Davis set him up with the spin move, and there goes Davis. Down to the 44-yard line. Streeter, 170 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Weird stat line again. He's played really well of late. Look at Javius Bond. It's a fun-looking 4 yards. But we're starting to throw a little bit too many interceptions again lately. And that's the type of thing that, as we play better and better opponents as the year goes on, we'll need to avoid, because we're not going to be able to hold every team to 6 points, right? Like, Tulane's good, but if we make the college football playoff, which right now it looks like we're going to, as we are going to be sacked, Streeter here, we'll go for it on 4th and short. A 55-yarder is just not a high percentage play. But as we play better and better opponents, we will not be able to make these mistakes. Just being too aggressive for no reason. Zach Poole, nice catch, and he broke a tackle as well. He plays like he's a 90 overall. I think he's still in the mid to low 70s. He plays like a 90. Streeter stepping up. It was a design screen. I kind of felt like they snuffed it out a little bit. So, snuffed it out. I mean, sniffed it out, sussed it out. Snuff is something else. Yeah, we're just going to step up here. Easy 8. Streeter over 100. We're going to bring this down to probably about 2 minutes, because I don't think Javius Bond is going to find the end zone here. He's going to make it close, though. Javius Bond down to the 1. If we score a touchdown here, the next time you see the offense, it will not be with the starters. Javius Bond with a touchdown. He's been a real touchdown machine for us lately, even though he hasn't gotten a ton of touches. When we get down into the low red zone, he's typically how we're scoring. So that's nice. Our offensive line's giving him a little bit of a push. It is 34-6, 35-6 after the extra point. And again, if you see the offense, it's going to be led by probably Manu Incognito, Joey Boozer. Might keep the receivers out there, but for the most part, you're not going to see the big-time players. There's Joey Boozer trying to make a play on special teams. It's not happening. How about another interception, though? Oh, thought we had a chance. Throwing right in front of Mitch Dora. Oh, that was nearly it. Mitch Dora throwing his shoulder out there when he can't come up with the ball. So that pass, thankfully, is not completed. 2nd and 10, less than 2 minutes to play. Tulane will need an actual miracle here. Find the football. Okay, that'll do. I think that was Malik Moon in coverage. Ends up forcing the incompletion there. 3rd and 10. Tulane just, they keep throwing into nothing for the most part. There's a throw to the flat. Dora getting all the way over there, knocking the tight end Gunter out of bounds, but it will be a first down. Clock stops. They'll need every single second. And still probably won't have a chance. This could be a pick as well. Emmanuel Berlin with the takeaway. He doesn't have the speed to make this a touchdown probably, but Emmanuel Berlin, he's been moved down the depth chart. He still does play in the slot. He's our starting nickel corner, but gets a nice takeaway there. We need more interceptions. We're like probably #1 in the nation now. I don't think any one of these corner recruits are like, oh, you guys don't get enough picks. I'm not going to consider you at all. Not anymore. I mean, we've been getting so many interceptions lately. And we'll see if Tulane even decides to call timeouts. Javius Bond's still in the game. And that's going to be a gain of 9. Tulane is not calling timeouts anymore. We tried to take Javius Bond out of the game. However, what we forgot to do was take him out of 3rd down running back. So he was still playing in that spot. And that's what they value over depth chart position. Joey Boozer will carry us to a win. Maybe get a couple more touches. Or not. Joey Boozer, house call. It's 27 yards, touchdown. Win or lose, we booze. I also, yeah, put him to sleep. I don't like, that's what Booze can do. Boozer puts him to sleep. Love it. I don't like how I said 27 yards, touchdown. Like I'm an immigrant who's lived here for a while, but not enough to speak perfect English. Like, you know what I'm saying. But it's not quite right. So, I think it's an old Family Guy bit with, like, the foreigners. 27 yards, touchdown for Joey Boozer. Ooh, this is going to be a big-time return. Howard trying to chase down the return man. He slows him down. Berlin saves the touchdown. It is a massive return down to the 7-yard line. And Tulane might make this look a little bit closer than it ended up being. Or not. I mean, they might even just take 3. We've seen teams do that before. Nope, that's going to be a touchdown. So we will see another Joey Boozer attempt. Tulane makes this look a little bit closer. 42-14 is probably going to be your final. Oh, 42-13 even. Can Joey Boozer do anything more? That'll be the final carry of the game. Your final. Actually, yeah, let's get him one more. He hasn't really played a lot in recent weeks. And he's a pretty good player. 42-13 is your final victory formation. But we don't even end up snapping the football. 42-13, a real dominant victory. Story of the game. Defense played great. Too many mistakes on offense. 4 incompletions. That's amazing. 2 of them being interceptions. Not amazing. Rushing. Javius Bond, 8 for 50, 3 for 39. Touchdowns for both of our backs. Streeter actually goes for over 100 with no touchdowns. And then receiving, a lot of Zach Poole. 7 for 81, 3 scores. Brandon with a touchdown. And defensively, we played great. 3 sacks for Quincy Wiggins. He took over today. 3 TFLs. We didn't really get a ton of tackles for loss, but the interceptions end up winning us the game. 2 for Lonnie Allen, 1 for Emmanuel Berlin. Forced fumble for Draymond Gates. Really set us up strong out of the gate. That was an accident. We did all we could. Let's see if we get good news or bad news. How about great news? We steal the 5-star corner Chad Loper from the Gators. The number 29 player in the country from Port St. Lucie is joining the class. We are trending up. The Gators are trending down. Chad Loper picks our school over our biggest rival. That's huge. We also get the 4-star corner Paul Ahmad from Stuart, Florida. FSU is making a big push. Paul Ahmad sees all these interceptions, wants to be a part of it. 4-star running back Jamal Moses from Georgia joins the class. The big power back is going to be a nice compliment to some of the lightning that we brought in with Joey Boozer. And now, unfortunately, some of the other players we've added to our board are gone. Stadium atmosphere is actually up to a C-. And then Quincy Wiggins is your Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week. I would hope so with 3 sacks. He was a beast. Zach Poole is your Conference USA Offensive Player of the Week. 3 touchdowns. A lot of threes this week. 3 recruits as well. That is pretty exceptional that we're able to win that game. We're number 8 in the country now. 7-1 overall. 4-0 in the conference. But we did lose out on a lot of the guys we just added to our board, unfortunately. Chad Loper I did not expect to get in any capacity. And the Gators just don't get him. I mean, this was a steal I did not expect to get. Absolutely no way. And he is a tremendous player. Upper echelon speed, great press man, great abilities with bronze blanket coverage jammer, 3 mental abilities. Chad Loper is a monster. 6'1", 193. He's like ideal cornerback build as well. Paul Ahmad, 6 foot 191. Very similar build to Chad Loper. And might be every bit as good. Has jammer, has clear-headed, 99 speed, 81 man, 81 press. He's as good, I would say. Maybe slightly worse. What about the running back? Jamal Moses. 89 speed, 86 stiff arm, 86 agility. He's got a couple of abilities as well. Nice win over FSU. We're up to 335 hours now. Unfortunately, we're out on Deshaun Hedgie. He had 3 mental abilities, which I liked. He was a bust, which means probably normal dev. But he was a really good player overall. 75 zone to go with 87 speed, 77 block shed, good tackle. Pursuit's okay. But we just didn't have the points. We stayed in on Chad Loper, and it paid off.